Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Joe Reed returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to it and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Ellinger.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ehlinger's throw hauled in by Washington. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Hines. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Second down at 4. Working out of the shotgun is Ehlinger. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Colts will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Now the try here for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On first down, Justin Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure that...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 53 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. From the 24, Herbert. Complete to Kelly. 30. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Ellinger. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Sam Ellinger taking it in from the 20, and the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ellinger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ellinger eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they go play action. Now Ellinger. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed. Is that one that may be a veteran? After the turnover, here's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's what having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got Burton here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ellinger flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Herbert on first down now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Grover Stewart able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the give, this is their fullback. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Shifts by at the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ellinger to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Here's Hines. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Ellinger. That's caught. It's James Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The defense of Indianapolis, they make their way onto the field now. Big swing play. Last time they were out there, looked like they might yield some points. They recovered a fumble, and it turned into a touchdown on the other side.
In a lot of ways, you can say that maybe at a minimum that was a 10-point swing. The field goal that looked like they were going to give up at a minimum. Instead, they take it the other way, turn it into a touchdown, give them 7. By my math, that's a 10-point swing.
And your math's always right. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now it's Herbert. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Again, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Four yards remain for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On play action, Ellinger
steps away to his left. Looking for Campbell downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And the Chargers are right back in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Herbert now. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To the air again, Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Herbert.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Touchdown! Mike Williams. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Herbert and the Chargers down by a field goal, under 1:20 to go. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Herbert going to throw. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the...
A leap, and he's got it! He got it! And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He gets it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as Musa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Off the play fake, here's Ellinger. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers ready to take over. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.